Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Rajiv Staten, and you are watching Verse TV.
Okay, so what can you tell us about Skin Side Out?
um, yeah. See, I was not expecting to be asked about Skin Side Out, but so Skin Side Out is my nude photography project. And I came up with that in like 2014. I was literally just doing a photo shoot with one of my friends from college, and as we were doing the shoot, more of his clothes just kind of came off, and so it kind of just ended up turning into a nude photo shoot at the end of the day. But when I was doing it, I noticed, he's really thin, really skinny. And so he didn't have like the ideal body type that people would want for like a nude photo shoot. And so then afterwards, I did one for myself. And then I was like, you know what? And I'm much thicker, I got all this, love handles and crap going on. So I feel like it was important for me to look at it and be like, you know what? I want to make a photography project, a nude photography project that focuses on like everyday bodies, because whenever I would see nude photography, it was always somebody with like a six pack and they super buff and fit and, chiseled and all that kind of stuff. And I'm just like, the human body, because I myself, I'm actually, I consider myself a nudist. Like I feel like the human body is beautiful. It is, something that should be cherished and appreciated and not be treated the way it is here in America, where everything is so taboo. It's like, oh no, a boob. Oh no, a penis. Oh no, but like, it's ridiculous. So I feel like I wanted to create a project that would highlight the beauty of the human body and the human body on everyone, not just super fit, swimsuit models. So yeah, that's what Skin Side Out is. Even though unfortunately all the people that I've shot have been kind of fit people, because everybody that whenever people say they want to shoot with me, they're like, oh, I want to do a shoot, but let me get in the gym first. And I'm like, y'all are completely ruining the purpose of my project. But okay, by all means, if you feel you must look perfect, then go right ahead. But it was started for the average body. So
Okay, so what is the hardest part of running a business?
the money. For me, that's what it is. It's like you are literally on this never ending cycle of making money and then trying to put it back into your business so you can make more money, but then you're broke because you can't, it's like to me, that's the hardest part, is the money part, because
Mhm.
I'll have this money sitting in my account and I'll be like, okay, do I want to like save this, or do I want to put, and half the time I end up putting it back into my business. I'm okay, let me buy another lens, let me buy some more lights, let me buy this. And it really is an investment, because at the end of the day, you're putting all this money into your business, not even knowing for sure if you're even going to have a booking next week or tomorrow or next.
Right.
So it's very much
Mhm.
so one of those situations where you're like, geez Louise, like, because, it's like, even right now, I'm not ashamed to mention that, I'm living at home with my dad. I'm not making, because this is literally all I'm doing. Like, I don't have a 9 to 5. I don't have a little side job. This is my job, is me, running Trinity Out Productions. And right now, Trinity Out Productions does not make enough for the CEO to live on his own. So, um, that's kind of like, that's part of where the struggle is, where I'm like, I want to get to a point with Trinity Out Productions where I'm making enough money from this company where I can support myself and still be able to, live comfortably, So yeah, the hardest part is definitely the money. And sometimes the clients, because sometimes, being an entrepreneur, and especially being a Black entrepreneur, people love to come at you about, hookups and deals and this and that. And then the people who you have things with people, and then a lot of people don't realize Trinity Out Productions is literally just me. I have an amazing assistant named Brock Edmonds. He helps me with a lot of my projects, but this is literally a one-man show. I am Tyler Perry, this whole situation. And so another struggling part for me is that me trying to run this entire business myself and having clients who don't understand that I'm not a robot. Like, they'll be like, I'll do a video shoot on Saturday, and by Monday they're like, hey, is the video done? No, it's not. It's not even off the SD card yet. Stop playing in my face. Like, I literally left your shoot and went to another one. And then I've got regular everyday life stuff I got to do too. So that's another hard part, is dealing with people who try to treat me like I'm Amazon, and that they're gonna get free 2-day delivery. That's not how that works. So.
Okay, so what is typically your turnaround on shooting?
Well, see, typically I tell people, like for photos, I tell people a week, and for videos, I tell people like 2 to 3 weeks. Now, a lot of times that can change because sometimes it can be quicker. But I always tell them a longer time span because I know what my schedule is like. I'm like, yeah, because I edit on a desktop. A lot of people edit on laptops. I edit on a desktop. So if I'm not home, I can't edit. So if I'm out doing photo shoots and filming dance classes and doing music videos and all this stuff, there's no way I can be home to edit your video. So I want to make sure that I tell you, okay, it's going to take this long because I want to give myself time for that. Doesn't always, but I usually for videos, I say 2 to 3 weeks. And for photos, I say 1 week, just to give myself time to really make sure it's right. That's another thing, is that a lot of people who call themselves, cinematographers and videographers and editors and stuff, they just throw stuff together. And that's not me. Like if I'm editing something, I'm putting in the work to make sure that it's right and making sure that it's a product that we can both be proud of. That's another thing, is people have told me before, oh, well, why is it going to take this long to edit this? Like I could, I've had people edit this and this. I'm like, yeah, but look at how that project looked though. Take a look at it and see how trash it looked. And then you can compare it to what mine looks like. And you'll realize why it took me so long to get to edit that, like they always say, good things take time, it's not going to just happen out of nowhere. So, turnaround time thing, that's always a tricky situation, but I try to do the best I can.
Okay, so what is your most enjoyable creative activity?
I feel like it's hard to choose one because they all have their different elements, because they all make me feel differently in different ways. But I would say that if I had to choose one, I would say the editing part, which is kind of a double-edged sword, because editing is the longest, most aggravating, tedious process that there is, but it's my favorite part of the creative process, whether it comes to video, photo, whatever. Editing is my favorite part of the process because that's when I'm actually watching it come to life. Like as I'm editing, like if I shoot a music video and I'm editing it, that's the part where I'm like, wow, like as I'm playing it back and piecing everything together, I'm looking at it like this is actually becoming a music video, or if I'm editing a photo and I'm, doing the retouching, fixing the colors, I'm like, wow, this is actually becoming the photo that I envisioned. And so, yeah, I would say that editing is my favorite creative process because it really helped. It just like it's always nice to see everything coming to life. So.
And what is the main thing that you want our Burst TV audience to learn about Raheem Staten today?
The main thing that I want the audience to learn about me is probably that I'm just me, I think that's what it is that I'm just like, I'm somebody who I'm aware of who I am. I'm very humble, first of all, though. Like it's always weird to kind of like talk about myself and praise myself, even though I know that I'm a talented person. It's always awkward, because I'm introverted. A lot of people don't believe that, but I'm very shy. I'm very introverted, but I'm a very, very good spirit. I try to make sure that the energy that I exude is always very positive and yeah. So basically, I'm a good person. I'm a creative person, and I just love to give positive energy, good light,
So what's next for Raheem Staten?
Well, real quick, I'm gonna just make sure you're Rajiv. The H is silent. But what's next for me is just continuing to grow my business. um, it's just continuing to grow my business and continue to actually do stuff for me. Because right now, one of my biggest challenges is that having Trinity Out Productions, I'm so used to doing stuff for other people. Like I'm so used to doing other people's music videos, and other people's photos, and other people's this. And because my web series that's on Amazon, I had to cancel it. I didn't even finish season 2 because I was so wrapped up in everybody else's stuff and trying to do Seventh and Love at the same time. And then I'm like, my cast, I can't get my cast together all at the same time and things like that. So I had to cancel. So that was like the last big project I was doing for myself. So the next big thing for me is to really try to focus on doing projects for me, because I'm actually, and this is actually an exclusive because I haven't mentioned this to anybody publicly, but I'm actually in the process of writing a pilot that I'm going to kind of shop around to different, to Netflix and Hulu and everything like that, because I thought the mistake I made with Seventh and Love was that I tried to do the series myself and like produce it and do everything. I'm not doing that again because without a budget, that was a headache. I enjoyed it. It was great to see it come to life. The cast was amazing. Everything about it was a great experience, but the process was like a headache, and I can't do that without a budget behind me. So yeah, that's my next big thing is I'm working on a pilot right now, and once I finish that, I'm gonna do the casting, film it, and then start pushing that thing out there, and hopefully it'll get picked up by somebody, and I have a series, even if it's on like what's that new thing, Peacock. I don't care what they put it on, as long as I can get picked up by somebody that's got a budget, and I can, bring my my work to fruition. So
what's the best advice you have ever received?
The best advice that I've ever received would probably just, I feel like for me, it's probably like the whole cliche thing that, my parents would always say about, being myself and following my dreams, not letting anybody stop me, It's real cliche, but to me, it was the best advice because it fueled me to continue doing what I'm doing. So, and I think that's always really good advice is to just, be you, don't let anybody get in your way. Because that's one of the things that has really shaped who I am is the whole be yourself thing, because there's a lot of stuff that I do that people won't agree with. There's a lot of ways that I think that a lot of people would look at me, and because I feel like, honestly, to be completely honest, I could be much further in the entertainment industry if I did things other people's way. So me being myself and staying true to who I am, it might be slowing down my rise to fame and popularity, but it's keeping me, it's keeping my work and my personality, it's keeping me grounded as to who I am, versus me changing myself and conforming to the way that other people want me to do things. That's just not my thing. Like I'm a unicorn, and I want to remain a unicorn. I don't want to be a zebra. I don't want to be a horse. I want to be a unicorn. Okay, so on Instagram, you can follow me on my personal page if you like, which is my name, Rajiv Staten, RAHJIVSTATEN. If you would like to follow my photography page, that is Ian Matthews Photography, IAN Matthews with 2 T's and photography. And then my Trinity Out Productions page is Trinity, TRINITYISLE Productions. And then you can also visit my website, which is trinityoutproductions.com. And I think that's all my social media that I really use, because I really don't use Facebook like that anymore. So yeah, if you want to contact me, definitely contact me via Instagram or my website or through my website.